Grow taller hack, trick to grow taller at any age. As we've discussed in this video, going more in depth on how you can prevent injury, how you can even out the body, asymmetrical problems, scoliosis, if one leg's longer than the other, one arm's longer than the other, if you've got hunchback, if you've been getting shorter, if you're getting older and you still want to grow longer. Welcome and much love, Trav here, out on the beach in Waianae. So many of you have already watched the video that I have, how to grow taller at any age. Also discussed this, how to grow taller for basketball players. Me personally, I went from 6 foot to 6'1" in my mid-20s, beyond when I'm supposed to be able to grow taller. I also, and this is more the direction of this video, straightened out my shoulders and asymmetrical problems that I was having, and we're going to discuss that. So the keys here to understand are that the muscles follow movement and the bones will follow the muscle over time. So if you have a repetitive movement or repetitive posture, you, for instance, like say that you're sitting in this posture, right? Over time, the muscles are going to form a kind of cast around this posture. You're going to get stuck in this posture, and over even a longer time, the bones are going to follow. The spine is going to grow in the direction of the muscles. They're going to be forced to. They're going to be pulled along slowly, and you're going to have this humpback kyphosis thing. Another common one is when you sit all the time and your hips get really tight. You have the inability to squat at this point, and then the hips start to do weird shit as they grow along. Right? Another common example is like if you're an athlete that you only use your right hand, the right arm overdevelops, the right side overdevelops, and then you start to have offset shoulders where the bones actually are moving in different directions. That can be a cause of scoliosis as well. Another example is when you're sleeping, if you only sleep on one side, over time, especially overnight, you're growing in a certain direction, the muscles are growing in that direction, and the bones will get pulled along with them. The good news is that this is all reversible. You can undo it and you can fix your body in the same way. Through movement, make the muscles follow your moves, make the bones follow your muscles, okay? Now, for the example of growing taller, which everyone likes, right? So, one of the causes of kyphosis, humpback syndrome, is walking around with my phone like this, looking down on it with a backpack on, right? If I start practicing right posture, holding the phone at eye level, growing taller actually, it's not that I'm taller, but it's that my spine is unwound, right? You can be, if your spine is like this, you're 4 feet. Your spine is like this, you're 6 feet. Are you really taller? You're functionally taller. You're not actually longer. So this is what we're talking about, is the unwinding. And over time, you keep your cell phone like this, or whatever, you have this kyphosis of the back. Not only is the muscles like this, but again, the spine will actually follow it. But it's correctable without surgery, because over time, if you use the force of your body and exercise and start fixing the posture, holding books up like this, holding your phone up like this, your spine will unwind, the muscles will pull the bone along with you, right? So that was the one trick to grow taller at any height, is getting in the habit of holding your phone up, of holding your book up, of sitting in right posture. You won't grow longer necessarily, but you'll functionally be taller, right? Now talk about how to use this concept to fix injuries and fix your body. So in the example of I'm an athlete, I'm a bowler, I'm a baseball player, golfer, whatever, basketball player, over time the muscles are gonna grow in a certain way, and then the bones are going to fall. It's gonna cause asymmetrical, cause back problems or twisted up spine and stuff like that. It could cause back pain, injury, and so on. What can you do? Well, can you be a switch hitter in the sense that you bowl with your right hand, bowl with your left hand, golf with both sides in competition, or you're a farmer, or whatever, you work with your hands, you're a carpenter? In competition, no, but in training, yes. So this is a big thing. A lot of professional athletes do offside training, work on their left hand, not just because they want to use their left hand in game or the left side in game, but because it's necessary to correct and balance the body, right? So a lot of your training should be with the awareness that, okay, I'm fucking up my body by making it asymmetrical, so my training, I'm going to make my body symmetrical. For instance, this week I'm out here working on a farm, and I spent all afternoon chopping down trees. This sort of a motion. So I'm not going to do left hand because it's going to slow me down on the work, but I realized that I'm overdeveloping this motion. If I keep doing stuff like that, the muscles and the bones are going to fall. So what I do is in my training that day when I go to the weight room, grab a 25-pound weight plate or a 25-pound dumbbell and do this a bunch of times. And what it's going to do is correct, and that's why I have symmetrical shoulders when I did not used to. I used to be all fucked up, right? I used to have higher shoulders, longer arms and stuff like that. But just applying this has really fixed it. So you need to look at a few things. One, your resting postures need to be good because that's the time you spend the most time in and has the most potential for the muscles to cast around it and the body to follow the muscles, right? Also, you need to be looking out for asymmetrical movements and work on making them more symmetrical. And that can be in your sport. It can be drinking down from the sink on this side every time. It's something I did, like you need to correct it. You know, I think it's worth being a little OCD, a little obsessive compulsive actually to correct this so that you do something with your right hand, you go and you do the movement with your left, or next time you make a note, I'm gonna do it with the other way. And what will happen is your posture, the muscles will pull the bones straight so that you grow taller, and you do symmetrical training. The muscles will pull the bones straight so that your shoulders are and hips and feet and ankles and knees are all aligned so everything's the same length. You're taller, you're more symmetrical, you have less injury, you also perform better in your sport. So hope you find that useful. For those of y'all who want more in-depth, want more help, want to be part of something, we have a training group called Game Shape where we discuss stuff like this, help people make changes, habit changes, workout plans, diet plans, and hold each other accountable and stuff like that. So if that's what you're looking for, there's a link to that down below. Game Shape, hashtag Game Shape. There's a link to it, mtgtraining.com/gameshape. So hope you find that useful and excited to see where it goes. If you disagree anywhere or want a specific point or want to elaborate, please leave in the comments as well. If you need to work on this, you can share what your issue is, what the bad posture you find yourself sitting in, or what the asymmetrical posture or asymmetrical movement you're repetitively doing. You share that below, and with a commitment to fix it, that always helps. So that's a growth hack secret, an injury prevention secret all at once, just through better understanding of the body, but you have to go out into the world and apply it. So I hope you find that useful. Much love, peace, beautiful day, and nice little short break here, and speak with you soon. Much love.